Anything could happen. Anything could happen in this heavyweight division.
A lot of people wish it would have been Fury and me. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight.
I'm going to show you how us big boys get down, bro.
One more time, Andy Ruiz expressed his desire to challenge the WBC champion, promising to make it a hell of a fight. Andy Ruiz Jr. wants the Gypsy King not to retire from the sport without fighting him first. The Destroyer wants a chance to capture the WBC heavyweight title that Fury has in his possession. The Destroyer's challenges will probably be accepted as a duel by the Gypsy King. The boxing fans will likely witness a fierce match between Andy Ruiz Jr. and Tyson Fury. The giants of the heavyweight division would create the most brutal, most memorable fight in boxing history. In today's video, see what happens in this fight between these two boxers. First, about their physical status. Tyson Fury is 34, Andy Ruiz is 33, and both are physically and mentally at their peak. What they need is just to take their training seriously and avoid harmful things like drugs. Tyson Fury fought with Dillian Whyte this past April and was almost injury-free. For Andy Ruiz, he had to undergo knee surgery in August of 2021 due to an injury after the fight with Chris Arreola. It is not sure if his injury has healed, but recently Ruiz has returned to training.
Oh. Another exchange. Ruiz.
Now about tactics. For Tyson Fury, watch most of his bouts. You'll see a lot of varied tactics from the Gypsy King. It was almost impossible for his opponent to predict what strategy he would use until he was trapped and defeated. There's only one distinctive feature that audiences can recognize in Fury's style, and that's leaning. Fury scored knockouts from an accumulation of particular tactics and can be seen through matches with Deontay Wilder and most recently Dillian Whyte. For Andy Ruiz, Ruiz has tremendous strength to create his own fighting style. His tactics often start with quick, clever punches, quick feet to close the distance before opponents even know it. The Mexican also used this tactic to knock out Anthony Joshua in the 7th round of the match. When the foe is in the right spot, he can take action. Ruiz uses tremendous power to land his massive arm on Joshua continuously and lightning fast, knocking him down momentarily. About body index. It's too obvious to see the physical difference between the two fighters. For Andy Ruiz, he's only 6'2" and his reach is also 74 inches. One look at him and you wouldn't think he's heavyweight champion of the world because of his lack of reach and his obese body. Compared to other competitors in the same heavyweight division, it's a weakness of the Destroyer. For Tyson Fury, he has more of a significant reach advantage with 85 inches and his height is 6'9". I think Tyson Fury would do almost anything he wanted with Ruiz if he didn't underestimate Ruiz's power. He has all the tools to outbox Ruiz in height and reach alone easily.
Now, can he survive? The champ answering up.
Now about speed. Andy Ruiz has considerable strength and speed. He has quick hands, quick feet, and very respectable power in both hands. He has enthusiasm and speed. This is most seen in his recent fight with Anthony Joshua and Chris Arreola. His style of getting to his opponent behind a deceptively fast jab and agile feet. His footwork isn't pretty like the rest of his game, but he closes the distance before opponents know it. And Andy Ruiz's magic power and speed can be the weapon to counter any giant in the heavyweight division, including Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has a speed that's not inferior to Ruiz. The punches unleashed by Fury continuously and unexpectedly, along with the advantage of the reach, terrify any opponent. However, in terms of continuous punching, Ruiz seems better than Fury. However, Fury has one superiority that any opponent should fear when facing him: excellent dodging speed. He almost didn't receive any punches in his matches, causing his opponents to get slowly exhausted.
Here in this second round going. And now a combination punching.
The most obvious proof of his remarkable dodging speed is Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz. An incredible moment was recorded where Fury dodged a flurry of punches from Schwartz. Defying his 6'9" frame, Fury backed up against the rope, ducked his head left and right to ensure his German opponent did not land a shot in his combination.
Schwartz trying his best. Look at Fury! What unbelievable upper body movement!
About professional boxing records, Andy Ruiz has 36 professional fights with 34 wins, 22 by knockout and 12 by decision, and 2 losses. Ruiz's win rate is 94.44%. Tyson Fury has 33 professional fights with 32 wins, 23 by knockout and 9 by decision and 1 draw. Fury's win rate at this moment, 96.97%. Weaknesses. For Tyson Fury, the left hand is a problem. After some bouts over 5 years, Fury is getting stuck with a left. It's easier just to put up your guard or sidestep to create an angle or both, but he does a head movement likely because his giant arms cause fatigue in his shoulders. Fury isn't a muscular athlete. His primary mode of defense is extension of his arms and body. This could put Fury at a disadvantage against Andy Ruiz, as he has no problem throwing his left hand. For Andy Ruiz, opponents and fans have underestimated Ruiz because of his lack of reach and his obese body. Another disadvantage he needs to change is his haste. He has lightning speed, but it also makes him hasty in taking down opponents. He seems to have trouble getting good opponents despite his many fights for championship belts. Preparation. Andy Ruiz was well prepared, both physically and mentally. He's clearly defined his goal and is seriously practicing for it. If Ruiz maintains this preparation and determination, he'll be able to fight at a higher tempo, recover faster, and be more resilient. As for Tyson Fury, he won't be able to hang up his gloves right away because boxing has too much to keep him in. The Gypsy King is always ready and focused no matter the match against any opponent. Each boxer has its advantages and disadvantages, and in boxing, it doesn't matter who you are, because anything can happen if you lose focus for a moment. Will it be a KO, TKO, or UD win? And at what round will the match stop? Leave us a comment below and let us know. And thanks for watching. And be sure to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, subscribe and tap that icon bell so you don't miss any updates from Boxing Insane. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
to work with both hands. Very rare you see a guy of his size, his stature.